Oh!
I'm Steph, this is my husband Pete, and this is our 2-year-old son Hayes. We were selected by Airbnb to travel the world for a year, calling a new destination home for a month at a time. Subscribe to follow along. That's how our bag is traveling to the Airbnb.
A little excessive, the old package handler. Whatever. Might have been easier just to carry the case. I mean, it's an away bag. They're made for these streets. That's it, that's all I got. Still going. I think we're nearly there. But I also have no clue, so. Still think I could have carried the bag.
We made it to FES. Hayes didn't nap on the train, so he fell asleep. As soon as we exited the Riad, we walked to Cafe Clock, which is pretty famous here, I think, and they have a special every day, so we're trying chicken rafisa, which is chicken and lentils and lots of garlic on top of some sort of shredded bread, usually eaten on, I think, celebratory occasions. That's about all I know about it, but it looks really good.
Bread.
Good morning from FES. We're having breakfast in the courtyard of our Riad. We're gonna meet our guide for a tour of the Medina here at 9:30. We made kind of a silly mistake in that I asked him on Airbnb if I could film it for our YouTube channel, just because it's like nice to get that out of the way, the expectation before, or else I like end up getting nervous and not doing it. Anyway, he said he blocked the whole tour for us. And then I had to explain that our YouTube channel has like 100 followers. Anyway, so we're meeting him at 9:30 and going on a private tour of the Medina. We are in Abdullah's tea shop with our guide. That's Abdullah. With our guide Zahi. You'll see this a little bit later, but before we show you some of the stuff we've been learning in FES, I wanted to introduce our wonderful guide Zahi. We found him on Airbnb Experiences, and I'll let him introduce himself.
So my name is Zahi, this is my family name, and I have a hard Arabic name, is Lotfa Rahman. Don't worry, because it's hard also for Moroccan, it's Pakistani name. I don't know why my father chose that for me. I'm a Moroccan official tour guide. I work more than 4 years with Airbnb Experience, and I'm the first one. Thanks to God, of course, and thanks to you for the 5-star review.
We actually haven't given our review yet, but it is definitely going to be 5 stars.
I have an IT background, so I worked 6 years in a university hospital here in Morocco, and I changed my career. I want to be free, I want to meet a lot of people and like to have like a happy life.
He was just telling us why Moulay Idris chose FES as the original capital.
Like the minimum that we need to live in a city. So first, we need water, then food, land, after that resources, and before we use wood, and the most important thing, it was security, protection. So look, in FES we have 4 rivers crossing the city. We had before fertile lands for food, and we had the cedar wood forest in the middle Atlas Mountains, it's just like 45 minutes from here, and we have 2 mountains protecting the city. And what we do in the other parts, we make a big wall with gates. So in FES we have more than 47 gates. Wow. The most important thing, the city has a strategic position. We are in the center of the north of Morocco.
Big FES stack coming up.
Yeah, so we have 9,000 streets. It's a maze, but it's an organized maze. So in all the city we have 2 main streets as 2 big arteries in our bodies. It's Tal al-Kbira and Tal al-Sghira. And from each one we have smallest arteries that can take you to another neighborhood or another street and outside the Medina. Why it's made at this level?
It's forcing you to bow because we're entering into a sacred area of the Medina.
Close your eyes and you can make any wish that you want. Do you have any wish?
Do you want to put a coin in there?
Yeah?
It's and the rooms.
That's a big
It's
coin.
too much. Yeah, I can't believe.
Can you hold that? Can you put it in here? In this hole.
Oh, here we go. Oh my God.
Okay, can we put your hand like this?
No, not like that. Try to put each finger between.
يا قارية كتعرف هالشيء. يا
Put
قارية.
your hand like this?
Yeah.
Okay, can I make a wish for you? Can I have your wish? We just learned maybe the most important thing of the tour so far, and that's that Zahi has had
17 cats.
17 cats.
And now we have just 2.
Now 2, why only
Yeah.
2?
Oh, so it's begin like it's a lot. You need a huge house for 17 cats, and it take you a lot of times to feed it, to clean, for everything. So I don't have this time. For 2, it's okay. It's too normal. Now we are in one of the amazing and beautiful schools in all the city of Fes. It's called Al-Attarine School. This is made in the 13th century by the Marinid dynasty.
Okay, so we've just been learning. Firstly, they use geometry
Yes.
for the
Yeah.
tile work, right? That's why it's so well done
Yeah.
and symmetrical and all that. Then it's the Arakan
Calligraphy.
Arabic, the calligraphy.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is, you were saying, is a little bit harder to read because they use
Even
more
for
designs
us.
and
Even for
everything.
us, yeah.
And then above that, you then have the Moroccan
calligraphy.
Arabic and the calligraphy, which you're saying is easier to read.
For us, of course.
For us, for you guys,
of course. I know for you it's like.
For me, it's but-
Oh! No, turn around.
Okay.
And you see it again.
Hello.
So we can hear the differences.
Wow.
Guys, can you say it?
Can you do it? Do you want to do it? Ready? Can you go? Ah! Back in the day, there were no speakers in these mosques, so a way to project voices and make things sound louder. They would actually have these cutouts into the side of the mosque, and then they would talk this way, and it would send the noise out that way.
عطاني شي جوج ديال اللوز بلاص شي شويه سكر okay. This is one of the famous and the oldest sweet that we have. We call it كعب الغزال. It's 100% almond. We take the almonds and we make it in a special machine that we press, and after that we added a little bit rose water, a little bit sugar, and then we eat it. It's the gazella fit. You eat almond?
Yeah.
Baby.
Thank you. Want some milk? Careful.
This is the oldest and traditional cow corn cup. Why? Because before in Morocco we didn't have shampoo. We have a special shampoo, a Moroccan one, a local one. It's called el-Ghassoul. It's a mix between some kind of soil with olive oils. And when the women they made that, you cannot wash it just by water like we do now with the normal shampoo. So you need that to scrub the hair, like to clean the hair from the soil.
With the smiling.
That rooftop that we were on is just from a little shop, so that's bonus footage of some people learning about Moroccan weaving.
It's material for jalaba, the long Moroccan dress with hood, and we do also cover and scarf. So as raw material, we use 3 kinds of thread. We use wool, cotton, and silk. So the silk we use here in Morocco, not warm. So they come from this kind of plants. It's from agave. You know agave? Mm-hmm. So as you see, if I take just a small parts like this from inside. So when you take off the green, the liquid, you find directly shiny and white thread. So it's very soft, natural, and it's very strong. And after we spin it like wool, like cotton, and they will be very, very long. And after we bring it to the dye markets and become in different color, like those. But natural dyes. So the work, as you see, the artist normally he work with his hand, his feet, and also with what we call flying shuttle. So this is the flying shuttle, so made of cedar wood. So he puts a woven inside, wool or cotton or silk, on depend of the fabric what he wants to make. And after, when he launch the shuttle by hand, they make a movement from right to left, left to right. Then each time he has one thread extra, one thread more. So come on from here. And here you can find all the three elements together.
Just a quick update, we also got the weaving explanation. He just explained that shops like that, there used to be about 6,000, and now, what did you say, there's 14?
14.
14, and it's
14.
because the youths, they don't want to work, they just want to be YouTubers or influencers, so they don't want to do the traditional crafts.
Oh, there we go.
His specialist, yeah.
Build up.
Come on.
We stopped to have tea at Abdullah's shop, and there's a ritual of spraying rose water in your guest's face, so that's what's happening here.
How Stephanie smells her herbs.
Abdullah's just giving me herb after herb after herb to smell. Look at this pile down here.
Nana.
Nana. It's mint.
This is everything that this goes into the tea.
Yeah.
So all of those are in the tea that we're drinking here.
Abdullah, this is the best tea in Fez.
Morocco.
This is the best tea in all of Morocco.
Can you show me how to make some tea?
Yeah. وريها كدير تصوب كي تتصوب اتاي.
What do I do?
Watch it.
يلا وريها وهي تصوب. Okay. I will translate for you. You put the green tea. Look at this.
Okay.
Yeah. Take
Yeah.
it.
Which one?
Yeah. Inside. You move it. Okay.
And it's depend if someone likes the tea with sugar,
You can add the sugar. أعطيها السكر قصدي عبد الله. Yeah. You added this. Yeah. Okay.
and you after that you begin to move it slowly a little bit. Then the sugar like be and the water. And when you finish, دابا تعطيها كاس كبير.
تخوين.
C'est fini.
No, not yet. ما تخرجش. It's hot. It's hot, so you cannot like. Yeah. You add the tea there,
Okay. How
and
does that get
then
in?
and the glass. He
Okay.
put all this.
I'll leave it to Abdullah. It was an awesome tea stop. Now we're headed to the Tanneries, oldest in the world.
We've just been learning about the tanneries. We went and visited one in Marrakech, but here in Fez there used to be 12.
12,
and now they're just down to 2. And then you predict maybe in another 5-10 years you could
Yeah,
be down
20, yeah.
to 0. It's definitely the
Because
hardest.
this is like honestly the hardest job that anyone can have, and especially in summer when we have here in Fez 47 degrees, we begin to smell the leather from this point. Okay.
Is there a more modern technique to be able to clean the levers and all this
Yeah,
kind of
we
thing?
have new factories in Casablanca.
Yeah.
They make like leather for different international companies, but that one stay like the handmade.
Smell. Can you
Smell.
So we use that because upstairs we have the Coco Chanel number 5, but this it's exception. It's Caca Chanel.
Caca Chanel.
So follow Mr. Si Mohammed.
You like that
He's
one?
better than me in these questions.
That was good. That was.
This is caca de pigeon.
The thing that fascinates me the most about these tanneries is how do they figure out that pigeon poop is a agent for like cleaning and curing the levers? I mean, how do you figure that out? How do you work that out?
Tack, 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 or sometimes tack, 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 tack,
Oh, it is? They are doing it to it,
tack, or sometimes tack, 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 tack. These rhythms each change depend on which object which plays in mid. So this is the length.
The seam, yeah. No.
You will be perfect.
Your hand,
Like this, Hayes?
you see that? No?
Can you put it?
Oh, yeah.
All right, Zahi just explained that here in Fez, half the people, half-ish?
Yeah.
2,000 families.
2,000
Oh,
families
2,000.
come from Andalusia, from Spain in the 12th century.
Over there?
And this is over there. And behind me we have Al-Qarawiyyin, 200 families comes from Al-Qayrawan. It's the current Tunisia. And from where we have the famous Fatima Al-Fihriya who built the University Al-Qarawiyyin. And now in this place where we are, this famous bridge, it's called el-Moudoun. That means between the cities.
And when you're crossing from one to the other, you have to do a special dance, which I'm going to demonstrate. This is something that wasn't on the tour. This is just something I made up. So we're now just going into a community oven.
So before in Morocco, all the women they make the bread at home and they bring it here to bake it. And now the majority of women are working, so they don't have times to make the bread at home. So all the community public ovens they are changing. They make bread here, they bake it and they sell it, and plus they make some Moroccan traditional sweet. This is, we call it el-Krashel. It's made by sesame and anise and flour, and a little bit sweet. You can taste.
Ooh, it's warm.
Yeah, you're alright.
Oh, you get?
Hayes already took some.
And as you can see, to prepare the
So we just tried these. You can eat them as they are, and then you chew them, and then there's a little seed inside that you don't eat.
What's
And
it
they
taste
were,
like?
and they were delicious. They're very, it's got a very sesame sort of tahini.
Or they ground it into this powder and mix it with honey or olive oil into like a paste that you can eat with bread. What's it called?
Yeah, Arbutus onidu berry. It's from the strawberries families. And you eat?
Wow, yeah. It's kind of like a mixed between a strawberry and a plum, I'd say. It's good.
In Morocco, we have more than 400 type of dates.
This tour isn't a food tour, but it's already 10 to 20 to 100 times more informative than the food tour we've been on in Marrakech, which I don't need to name.
It's just
No, don't. Off camera, you're gonna be like, "Ooh, look, I don't.
So this is 20 dirhams, and we have another one, the famous, it's called el-Majhoul, and can cost at $20 a kilo. But you know the dates, it's like that.
That's what they cost at Costco.
Yeah. It's we call it mlawi. We have a normal one without persil and without onions. This is with onions and persil. You want to test? I think it's tasty.
Sure.
Yeah. هادو دقوها عطينا شي وحيدة. شحال ملاوية؟
Izzy, you want to try? I think she was giving it for his.
It's bread. Last night we tried a dish called chicken rafisa. I'll drop that in here. We were wondering what the kind of base of it was, the noodles as Hayes called them, and it was treef, which we're seeing being made now.
Nice. The beautiful thing in the Medina that people who are smiling all the time, like they are helpful. And the beautiful thing in the Medina of Fez, even you don't have money, okay? Even you don't have money, you can come here and ask anyone to give you food. He will do for free. He will do for free and smiling, because we believe that life is too short. So anytime you get the occasion to help anyone, just do it. You don't know. Maybe in the future you need someone to help you. That's you call it karma.
That's,
Okay?
we'll come back for dinner.
Yeah, I will you flash. So please,
Stephanie references this house. Tastes like Italian pancake.
Scallion pancake. Scallion pancake.
Ah, sorry, scallion pancake. It's good.
It's my favorite thing I've had in Morocco.
Big claims here. Big claims. We're renting again another sacred area of the Medina. So that's why we have the duck.
I think we're ducking to force us to bow.
They finished for the day?
Yeah, they finished for the day. So this is like a modest kindergarten. And the kindergarten in Morocco is like between 1 year and 5 years.
Hayes doesn't want to leave the school. What do you need, Hayes?
Thank you.
More friends.
What do you want?
More friends.
More friends? So the doors in the Medina, you'll never see on a street doors facing each other. They're always off. And that's a privacy reason, so that when someone opens their door, someone opposite them, not this gentleman, can't see in, and vice versa. And
Stop getting so close to me.
oh, I'm getting too close to the camera. That's it. That's all I had to say.
In the 12th century, Fes it was one of the 4 largest cities in all the world, with Baghdad in Iraq, Damascus in Syria, and Cordoba in Spain with more than 200,000 people. In these times, I think Paris, it was 50,000 or like less. This is a tradition, it's something very old in the Medina. When the man, the owner of the shops, he wants to pray, because now it's the midday prayer. So he just put this in the middle. Sometimes he put a chair and he go pray and then come back. So he's making the gravestones. Always we begin with a Quranic phrase, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. That means with the name of God, the clemens, the mercy. We have sometimes some sentences asking God clemens, sometimes Quranic verse, the name of the person, the birthday, and the date. And we close with a phrase, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. That means we come from God and we come back to God. Yeah? Slowly stop. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Oh, you're good, huh?
yes, yes.
Like this. He will fix it now.
How did this person die? How did this person die?
How?
Yeah.
I don't know. You're right, just he died in in like 20 June, the 20th of June 2021.
The gravestone's that late?
Yeah.
It takes that many months to...
Yeah, it depends on family. You know, sometimes. Oh yeah,
Good?
perfect. Great, you're good. Comes to the end to our tours, so I hope that you have now a very panoramic idea about Fes, culture, tradition, social, and of course food.
Thank you!
This is one of the best walking tours we've been on.
Thank you very much.
You know, here in Morocco, but also, you know, elsewhere as well. You've done a really, really good job.
This was my favorite day we've had in Morocco. We've been here since what, October 30th?
Yeah.
Today is November 10th? Today the 10th?
Whoa. 10th, yeah.
Yeah, it was our best day. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're
Thank you so
welcome, my
much.
pleasure.
Bye.